What's going on, everyone? This is Alex with Right Gaming, and this week we will talk about the rumored possible Sony's plan to remove the PS Store from PC and mobile, quickly summarize the PlayStation 5 Teardown video Sony posted last week, and the release date and features of the upcoming free 1.1 update for Ghost of Tsushima. Don't forget to subscribe so you stay in the loop about the weekly gaming news, and let's begin. Starting with PS Store to be removed from the PC and mobile. Last week on Friday, Games Radar released an article that translates the information originally posted on a French website, Planet Vita. God knows I had no idea a French website dedicated to the PS Vita existed and even still functioned, but I digress. As was stated in the article, apparently Sony began communication with developers in regards to an upcoming update to the PS Store. The update reportedly will remove the possibility to buy games, apps, avatars, and themes for the older consoles through mobile and browser. That means that you will not be able to make any digital purchases for the PS3, PS4, PS Vita, and PSP through your browser or mobile app. Though the original report did not state anything about the PS Store on console, which leads many to believe that even if the report turns out true, you will still be able to buy everything through the console PS Store directly. Now, I think it would be completely nonsensical for Sony to suddenly discontinue all digital sales support for their previous consoles that go through browsers and the phone app. Well, maybe not for the PSP and PS Vita. So, indeed, if this information reflects the reality of Sony's plans for the PS5 era, then we at least will be able to buy the games directly from the console. This report from Planet Vita is interesting, but this decision by Sony is out of the blue really. Why on earth they would want to limit exposure so drastically when all it will do is hurt sales? Back in the day, they went to such lengths to advertise and establish a system where you can buy a PlayStation game from anywhere and set your console to download the game by the time you get back home to play it. And now they are reportedly planning to remove it? Obviously, almost all the digital sales are made directly through the console's PS Store, but not having it out there on the web seems illogical to me. Which leads me to believe that this report will either turn out to be a false alarm, or the information was distorted somehow and misunderstood. Some sort of major update might very well be in the works, but it will probably be just some sort of rearrangement towards the release of the PlayStation 5. So far, I would recommend to simply treat this information as a rumor and nothing more. Now let's talk about the PlayStation 5 Teardown. Last week we got quite the entertaining video from Sony called PS5 Teardown. In it we have the VP of the mechanical design department, the hardware design division, who unscrews and completely breaks down the entire console down to its every part. The video is as entertaining to watch as any tech disassembling video is, but it also covers the exact components of the console, some things we already knew and some new stuff that is helpful to know for day-to-day maintenance of your future PS5. Let me address one personal revelation. I finally realized that this console is ginormous. We all read the specs and dimensions a million times before, but nothing compares to when you see it standing on a table next to a real person. As a reminder, it is 390mm tall, 55mm deep, and 295mm wide, whereas the original version of the PS4 was 288mm tall, 39mm deep, and 265mm wide. I had a place prepared for it in my home, but now apparently it will not fit. Next are the things we already know, like the fact that at the front we have a USB Type-A high-speed USB port and a USB Type-C super speed USB for 10GB per second port. On the back we have two more USB Type-A's but super speed of 10GB per second, a LAN port of course, and an HDMI out port. What I love about the new PS5 is that thanks to the quite substantial size increase, we are at least rewarded with an extensive ventilation system that will prevent overheating and vent noise. And the disk drive is covered with a metal sheet and 2 isolation layers, substantially reducing noise and vibration when the disk spins. The platform the console can be placed upon will be attached with a simple screw that, when removed, can be stored in a special slot in the bottom of the platform with a cap to close the screw hole in the console itself. No longer will you need a special screwdriver in order to deal with the Torx security screws to open the console and clean it, as it was with the PS4. Now, both of the panels on the sides of the console can be removed by hand and then slotted back into place. When opened, they do not expose the sensitive parts, only the fan, which prevents the user from accidentally damaging the console. Along with the fan, it will expose a set of dust catchers, holes through which you can simply vacuum whatever accumulated inside the console and away from the fan. It is great to see that Sony listened to the feedback, and this time they eliminated almost all the biggest inconveniences we had with the previous console and made the maintenance really user-friendly. Now I won't have to regularly visit my friend to help disassemble and clean the PlayStation, and that's a plus. Now finally, let's talk about Ghost of Tsushima 1.1 update. Last week we got a trailer for the upcoming free update for Ghost of Tsushima. In the trailer, we finally got a concrete list of features shipping in 1.1 and the release date. The update itself will be released this Friday, the 16th of October. The features that are added in this update can be split into two categories: single-player quality of life and features, and the new Legends cooperative mode features. Starting quickly with the single-player. As the type of person that always had to have the perfect combination of gear for every type of situation, I really lacked the ability to create gear presets. Now they are adding the ability to create custom gear loadouts, enabling you to create complete presets, with not only functional gear parts, but also the cosmetics you apply and the charms that go best with them for the best stats. Another thing we all knew they had to add sooner or later is the new Game Plus mode. It allows you to replay the entire game again while retaining all your gear and skills from the first playthrough. In New Game Plus, you will have the option to choose a new horse, find a new mysterious merchant that sells new dice for armor customization, and new powerful rare charms with crazy effects. Now to the juicy part, Ghost of Tsushima Legends. Legends will include two modes: 4-player survival missions and 2-player story missions, and a post-launch raid coming later. In this mode, players will choose out of 4 unique classes. And while all of them will have access to a sword, a bow, and secondary gadgets, they all have a unique aptitude towards their weapons, along with unique skills that define their role in the team and cosmetics that set them apart from each other. Two other things that I have noticed from the trailer is that, first, apparently the class's gear will also have rarity, which means there is replay value for the mode as you try to attain the best gear loadout for your character. And second, the classes will have a classic level system, in which you have to level up by collecting XP points and then spend technique points to unlock abilities. And this is it for this week. Thank you everybody for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more content. This was Alex, and I'll see you next time.